lick side, couldn't pass. It was just available, and I went ahead and grabbed it. You see it got some old chameleon on there. You see the exhaust messed up, whatever. It's an 88, I believe. I think that's what it is, an 88. Just something to grab right quick, just put a couple dollars in, man, and sell it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that I'm keeping. I'm trying to stun to come down in or nothing like that. It's just something just to do at this time. Seen it on sale. Wound up being one of my homies that had it, so I went on ahead and grabbed it. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you around the mug. Let's show you how I'm picking it up. Like it's sitting too high. That's definitely getting changed. The marker light trim missing on this side is a little bent in, but you know that ain't nothing. I can take care of that. Bumper filler missing on this side. Like I say, man, it must have been in Cleveland for a minute though. It's been around, a couple people that had it. I just ran across it. You see the paint scratched up and stuff like that. I ain't about to do nothing but clean it up, get the suspension right, squat it down, and yeah, this freaking windshield crack, I'm gonna fix that. You know what I'm saying? You can see the windshield all busted up. It ain't a bad car though, from what I was looking at it when I seen the pictures of it. Then I went on ahead and grabbed it, and then when I looked at it when I was checking it out before I bought it, it's a solid car though. That was the main thing. The car ain't got not a lick of, like, the frame is solid, the floors is original, ain't nothing rotted out on the car. So that was like the main buy for me. And these tire sizes different too. There's a 255/30 on the back, 26s. And I think this one is a 275/30 on that one. And it's a 275/25 on this side. But I'm gonna change that big one on the front side. I'm gonna leave them back ones on. And like I said, when I squat the car, you ain't gonna be really able to tell anyway. And the mug ride hard, like they put some like Cadillac freaking Eldorado springs, or Fleetwood run the 70 springs on this mug. But the mud ride hard. And I can hear on the front passenger side, like, I don't know if it's a bushing or something, but like when you hit the brakes, I can feel something shift. I don't know if the brake caliper might be loose, or the what that thing is, the one of the control arms, the upper or the lower or whatever. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool, just for something just to have ran across, buy right fast, put a couple dollars in, get it back on the market, because that's all I'm about to do. Said his BM messed the hood up. You see the hood bent right here. Then got a couple cuss words up in here somewhere. Yeah, B-I-T-C-H. I don't know if you can really see that through the camera, but the hood lightweight toast though. But like I said, I ain't doing too much to it. Still the inside info. Still all original. I'm gonna take these weak door pods off. This stuff is terrible. The car clean though. I say it ain't no piece of junk. It just was, you know, through a lot of people's hands, I guess. It's gonna go right through mine too. So all I'm about to do is put it together, get it right, and what I do, and get it. And I love boxes, but I ain't about to put no whole bunch of money in this one. This ain't for me. I already got the ones I want. I gotta give me another 87 Landau though, and I'm gonna give me another two-door Impala too. But, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna take them door pods off. I guess this radio work. I'm gonna fix this glove box, put the radio in, put some little speakers in here just for regular entertainment. But, I mean, otherwise than that, it's pretty decent. This mug got front springs on the back. They put some front springs in the back of this car. Them is real live front springs. Look at that. Them mugs ain't giving up no gear. and air shocks. All that stuff coming off. Ain't no reason for that. Then of course the hanger broke on that. That ain't nothing. I'll fix that. Fix the hanger on the exhaust. But it's real live front springs on the back of this thing. Let's see what's in this trunk. Shoot. Oh, I gotta give him his plate back too. He left the plate on here. Oh, they had some sounds in here. Dynamated the trunk. That's cool. You can see all down up in there. All that stuff solid. I checked that already. I'm gonna snatch all this old wiring out, this battery. Oh shoot, well we got the bumper filler right here. So we got that. We got the corner light trim too. So I'll fix that, I'll finesse that and put that back. So at least we got that, I ain't gotta buy that stuff. But all the rest of this stuff gonna come out. I'm gonna leave the Dynamat in the trunk, but all this old access and all this sound stuff, I'm talking about, I'm ripping it all the way out. From the front to the back, all that stuff gonna come out. We got some horns in here too. Ha! Some big ones too. What is the PRVs? I'm gonna leave them in there though. I don't need that. That's the wrong spot to have a horn in anyway, especially if you're gonna try to put some 6x9s or 5x8s or whatever in the trunk. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the building right fast. I'm gonna pull it in the building right fast, put it on the lift right quick, and just see, you know, just check the underbody and see what it's hitting for up under on the bottom of the car. And pop the hood and stuff too when I get it on the lift, but yeah, man. I might have put the ostrich on this joint. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in right quick. I drive better than Mello, so. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it. I was gonna come right in here and smooth like that. He'd have got stuck. He'd be like, Sil, help me. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and put this mug on the lift right quick. Grab some gloves right fast. Put this mug on the lift. looking like on the bottom. Like I said, I seen some of what it looked like on the bottom. I seen some of what it looked like, but you know what I'm saying? It was cold outside, freezing. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I went on ahead, just did an overview, and just went on ahead and grabbed it. What the heck was right here? So, like I say, man, I'm gonna just get the mug, get the suspension right, get it sitting good, squat it, change that tire, get it running a little bit more decent. You know, oil change, you know, spark plugs, all that kind of little small stuff. And that's gonna be my it for real. I could just tell on that side, it's definitely something going on with that freaking no control arm or something. I know y'all heard of this video back then. How I was like shifting and making that little shift noise. That's what it's looking like. Stock 305. Cool riders. But man, this thing ride like bricks. Gucci bricks. I'm definitely taking that stuff off this car, but that stuff felt horrible. Like, it really felt like I was riding like 05 for real. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and lift this thing on up. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna say just a little quick turnaround right fast, just to get something going. I ain't worried about that. I'll fix that little stuff. I got this fat meat tire on here. Just want to see up under this mud right quick. I know these ball joints and stuff probably shot though, just on the strength. There's so much resistance in these springs, man. Them muds is tough. And then, like I say, one of these bushings or something over here, I don't know. When I bust it down, I'm gonna check all that out. Then it's got adapters on there too. Them muds definitely coming off. So whatever this bolt pattern is, 5x5, I believe the rims is, and the car 5x4 3/4, which is the same thing as 120 for those that don't know. 5x5 is 5x127. 5x4 3/4 is 5x120. 5x115 is 5x4.5. And a whole bunch of other ones I can get into, but those like the major basic ones. But as you can see, man, these flows clean. It's all original flows. These muds ain't never been patched on. So that was another plus for getting the car. Frame solid. You can see this part bent right here from people jacking it up in the wrong spot. When you jack up a car, never jack the door. No, never jack up at the edge of the bottom of the door to the edge of the front of the door. You always hit it on the thick metal spots. Don't jack no car right here. Even new cars, people be jacking it up on them little wings. No, you got to find you a good point and jack it up from there, because that's how you be messing up your rockers on them new cars. And then on these others, that's how you be bending them frames up during that middle section or whatever. But yeah, man, you see these big block springs in the back. They got monster truck springs in the front. But yeah, like I say, this stuff gonna come off, man. It's simple stuff. But it just, probably should have been done. There's a little hole in the exhaust. That's probably what I was hearing too. This freaking hole right here, I fixed that. Like I say, put some new hangers on here. Put this up. That should be cool on that. Like I say, man, the car is solid though. I mean, you can see it all the way through. This mug is not a piece of junk. And just need some little treatment, that's all. And all I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying, which what I do with a lot of cars that I be selling, what I used to do anyway. Now I'm doing full bills now. This freaking air shock blowed out on this side, so this mug ain't doing nothing, no way. But I'm putting regular shocks on here though. But what I be doing with most of the bills that I be doing, I put the potential, I like make people see what they really can be, and then let them buy from that, and they just take it from there. I'm doing full bills now too, that I'm gonna be selling. But you know, this is just one of them other type of cars that I done just ran across, put a couple dollars in, get it together right quick, and you know, let the next man take it to the next level. And that's what this one is about. It's about that. Getting it together enough so a man can see what it is and he could take it to the next level. I love boxes. I already got a Brougham. Rest in peace, Big O. I inherited his car, so I already got one. You let that thing down for me? You know how to let it down? We gotta hit both of them though. Hit the red one first. Pull that all the way down. And hold it down, and then hit the blue one. Hold that down like that, and then hit the blue. Then yep, just like that. You can press it harder too, so it can go faster. Thank you, sir. But yeah, I got a big old car, so I don't need no another Brougham. Like I said, the only thing I want on the LS, I want another 86 LS. I was trying to see if that dude that bought mine from me sell me that mug back. But that I want another 86 LS, and then I want a Landau, and I want another two-door Impala. I got the two-door, the four-door, and the wagon now. Plus I got big old Brougham, so I'm cool on the collection. But the LS 86 and the 87 Landau and another two-door, that'll complete my box collection. I won't be buying no more after that. They just be buying to sell, but them be the ones I'm keeping. The ones I got plus them 3. But yeah, like I say, this little stuff ain't about nothing. Clean this mug up, get this suspension right, take all this old, you know what I'm saying, all this old stuff off of here. That's gonna be about it, man. So next time I'll shoot the next segment of this. It's gonna be basically bust down, taking the rims off, probably put some rollouts on here. Cause I gotta get these rims drilled. I'm gonna go ahead and drill these mugs so I can have a direct fit. And so, like, for those that don't know, because they got this 1.25 inches or whatever these adapters is, I can squat it down, but I don't want to do the fender roll or nothing. So that 1.25 inches is gonna tuck it in a little bit more, so I can, when I squat it down, it's gonna look nice. And that's what that's about. So that's the next move. Get the suspension, bust it down, see what I need on the suspension, which I'm just gonna get all of it. Get all that stuff out the way. I just gotta see which control arm making that noise, see if it need the bushings or whatever, or make sure the caliper wasn't loose. That little suspension stuff, squat it, put some new different springs on the front so it can go down, come down low a little bit. Clean the inside up, put some little music in there, just something to listen to. Like if somebody buy and they coming from out of town, they just want to have something to listen to. That's all I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it to impress nobody on no music, or it's not a selling point. So if a person, oh man, there ain't even no sounds, well, put something in here, cause I ain't. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm just gonna clean it up, get it ready for the next man. Nice little steering wheel in this joint. These switches was acting funny too. I might go ahead and change this switch out, make sure the seats work or whatever. You know, just go through the car, regular maintenance type of stuff, for real. Get it back looking like something, and then get it gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the next move is. Get this in. Waiting on a couple other cars to pull up. Got the Delta done over here, as y'all know, waiting on him to pick that up. Anybody come pick that thing up. And shoot, we off to the next thing. But that's just like a personal resale thing. It's not personal. So I ain't trying to ride or swing no doors or bend no corners or none of that. It's just strictly for sale. So like I said, I'm gonna finish doing what I'm gonna do, and that mug gonna be on the market real soon. So I'll holler at y'all in a minute when I get ready to bust this thing down. Yeah, jumping back on this box right quick. And took the wheels off, took them adapters off. I already drilled the rims. So them must direct fit now. Ain't no adapters going back on here. But I got the control arms. I just got the factory ones. But I just wanted them to be fresh because of the bushings. Wasn't no use to spending money on bushings, which would have been cheaper. But then the labor of pushing these muds, cutting the old ones out, pushing them out, pushing the new ones in. I already came with the ball joints in them already. Uppers and lowers. And it's an upper. I don't know what side this is though. Yeah, but them the uppers, these the lowers. Ready to go, fresh, brand new in the pack. So I'm about to go ahead and bust this front end down. I ain't gonna even about to put this on the lift because I'm still gonna have my customers' cars on the lift. You know, this is like a personal situation, but it ain't even for me. It's personal for me to sell. But I'm just gonna go ahead and bust the rest of this stuff down, take this stuff off. Tie rods, all that stuff coming off. Even if it is good, I don't even care. I'm just changing it. So the next man, whoever wind up owning this car, you ain't gotta worry about none of that because uppers and lowers gonna be new, shocks, all the front suspension stuff gonna be new. So that's gonna be that. And I'm changing them rear springs too. Like I said, this mug got you can probably see them better. Them is front springs on the back with some whooped up air shocks that I don't even think work because I think the one on the passenger side is busted. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do the suspension stuff first in the front. I'm still waiting on the tie rods and stuff or whatever, but that stuff should be here later today or tomorrow, whatever. But I'm gonna put the springs and the shocks and all that stuff in the control arms. I'm about to put all that stuff on them now. Like I say, after I get done with the suspension part, then I'll fix this little stuff, this little exhaust hanger. You know, that stuff ain't really too much of nothing. Fix that on both sides so the exhaust can stay up. Even these hangers over here, they broke too. But I'll fix that little stuff. And then after I do that, then I'll go ahead and just clean the car all the way out. Get all the stuff out of it that I don't want in it. And then after I do all that, like I say, I clean it up and I'm gonna do the windshield. Then I'm gonna clean it up. And then that's gonna be pretty much that. Get it on the ground, make sure the stand's how I want it to be. Cause I want, you know, them mud was sitting up like 05. And I'm just about to get it squatting, sitting rims up under there. Cause the way them adapters had that back rim sitting, this was the outer lip. That outer lip was like right here somewhere. So if that mud was squatted, that mud would have been hitting here. Or you had to trim all this inner wheel well lip out. Which for that size rim and that size lip, you shouldn't have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just more so because the bolt pattern wasn't the same. But I got that squared away, that ain't no thing. And yeah. Do all that little stuff, like I say, clean it up. It need a hood, but I ain't changing it. So that's for the next man. Like you can see right here, this hood be bending, like, you know, because they did this crap too. Somebody tried to cut the structure out, and probably because they had a breather or something, and then they stopped. So that was not smart. But somebody probably tried to close the hood, and you know, with these hood springs, sometimes it must be a little tough. You got to finesse the hood down, and they probably just try to pull the hood straight down instead of down and back like that. They just probably pulled it straight down instead of like that, and that's what happened more than likely. But like I said, I ain't really about to worry about that. I'm just gonna, you know, get it ready for the next man to take it to the next level after that. I gotta get another battery too, but this battery ain't no good. It's a side post battery, but they got the top post being used from all the sound stuff. But I'm snatching all that out. So the next person, if that's what y'all want to do, I might leave it, but I might take it out. I don't know. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and bust this front end down and get these parts off right quick on both sides. I got enough space, even though it's close to the wall on that side, but you know, I'm slim. Eating all this vegan food, I'm good. I got enough space. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and bust this front end down. Yeah, I got the front end of this box bust down. And found some stuff on here that probably shouldn't be on here. But this is small though. See, I got all the stuff off the front. Upper control arms, lower control arms, all the suspension pieces, steering pieces. And this is why this thing was riding like a brick. See that? Cups. Riding like bricks. Bricks. Yeah. You know, so I mean, sometimes cups is cool, but majority of the time I ever seen a cup, I never used the cup, probably for like a rear of a car, you know what I'm saying, or a truck for the most part. I use the cup for that. But most of the time, they make the car ride real hard. You better off finding a better spring or coilover. And if you know your spring ratios, then you know your spring ratios. If you don't, send it to somebody who do, a professional. Backyardigan or a certified SAE mechanic, whatever. Anyway, backyard or not, man, a lot of people know what they doing. If you know, you know. But anyway, that was one of the reasons why this mud was riding so freaking hard, because of them freaking what's the names. Then too, let me pop one of these gloves on. I bought these new control arms, you know, for bushing reasons. You know, instead of trying to replace all this stuff, pressing these out, pressing some new ones in the old arm, I don't want to do that. I ain't got to, I don't want to. So that's why I didn't do that. But these wasn't really that bad. It got dry rot, but you got to think these things is freaking, this an 88, so yeah, this mug is freaking 30 something years old. And it wasn't super bad. But once again, I just glad I got them off. Now they ain't got to be changed for a whole lot of other more years. Cause you know, they got some little whoop on them. But what it was when I drove the car and I was steering, you know, I was hearing that shifter cart stuff I be telling y'all about. And I don't like it. But what I found out what it was that I never looked at was the freaking passenger front shock. The mug wasn't bolted in at the bottom. So I guess when I was turning or whatever, it was shifting and clanking or whatever. And I know that now because I took this stuff off and I can see what these bushings look like. But anyway, I don't like it. I don't like playing like that. This upper ball joint, this one ain't bad. It still got life in this. But it's getting changed. As you can see, we got the new joints, new daddies on there, new bushings. So this mug gonna ride A1. Let's see. Yeah, you see this right here? This little bit of motion right here. I'm trying to show you, but matter of fact, put my foot on here so I can show you. That little play, that little bit of stuff right there. See, normally you're just supposed to move freely, but all that little bit of shifting, that's how your tires be getting towed up. You might think this little bit ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but it got a lot to do with everything. But that's how, you know what I'm saying? This one ain't that bad either. Actually, shoot, honestly, I could have probably just changed that one ball joint and this stuff. The sleeves and tie rods, and it would have been cool. But now everything gonna be brand new, so it don't matter anyway. And this stuff don't look too old, but these bushes and stuff never changed. But I just wanted to change it anyway, man. So the new owner, whoever that might be, they know they ain't never got to do that. All that stuff done. Unless they want to do coilovers and all that, then they'll be back into it. But as far as where I'm at with it and what I want and how I want it to be when I'm done with it, you know, just simplification. I ain't gonna have to worry about that. You know, I align the car myself and do real good with that, and then I can still go get it dialed in by getting a real, digital alignment. I'll say that and get that done. But that's what it was. The passenger side shock was not hooked up at the bottom, and these cups. So that little bit of play in this ball joint on this piece, that little bit of play, those cups And that shock that broke, that messed up shock, not even messed up, it just wasn't even hooked up at the bottom. That caused the complication. Riding like a brick, you turn the car shift, like, do that little stuff like that coming from that. And the clinking noise I was hearing was coming from the shock. And probably too, the shock probably was rubbing on the driver's side. The body of that was rubbing because these cups so tall, they had the spring bending close to the shock. But that's just a part of the game, man. Sometimes, you don't know your car until you get all the way into it. And this is one way you can get into it, by doing stuff like this. Getting your stuff set up for a better day. So yeah, out with the old, in with the new. I'll put this stuff on later. I just wanted to bust it down, get all this old stuff off, see what was going on. Now I know what was going on. Really, my main thing is these, man. This stuff is so old news, man. Like, this when we ain't know no better. We was doing this in 03, 05. We was trying to get some 22s and 24s to fit on your car with the fat meat tires before they made skinnies. So, you know what I'm saying? Back with the fat meats, you had to do what you had to do. Cadillac springs, big box springs, all this other crazy stuff. And it was cool because that was the time. The same way when people was driving cars with no windows, that was what it was. So, at that time, shoot, you did what was necessary for the time. Before power tools, you know what I'm saying? You was using regular tools. It was what it was for that time. But like now it's power tools. It's the point now, shoot, some of the tools doing more of the work than you is. So just depends, you got to spend the money to get the tools. Especially like all this 3D print stuff and stuff they making now. But anyway, it's all bust down. I'm gonna put it back together in a minute. And that's it. The front brakes was cool. I'll probably still change the pads, change the oil, all that stuff, but I'm gonna wait till after I get done with the suspension to do this stuff. And I bought 2 new tires. That's all it needed. Cause it had 2 55/30s in the back. I didn't want them on there anymore because I was gonna put the 2 75/25s on the front, which are these Lexanis I got for it. And then it still was gonna have them 2 55s in the back. And I'm like, nah, I don't wanna do that. So I'm gonna put the 2 75/25s that I had in my storage building. I'm gonna put them on there so it can have the skinnies all the way around, cause I'm gonna have this mud lightweight sitting on the ground for real. I'm gonna adjust the height or whatever how I want to in the front, but that's pretty much gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's it for right now. We're just gonna get to that other part when we get to the other part, which is just basically I'm gonna put everything back on. Then I'm gonna put the tires on and I'm gonna see how I sit, take them front springs off the back, get that stuff cracking, and we on to the next move, man. So, hey, y'all in a minute. Legend. Before I put these on, I'm done with the front end, but before I put these back springs on, I want y'all to see this. Look at this. These the air shocks I took off. They wasn't no good anyway, as you can see. So them mugs wasn't doing no work. But these was the springs that was on the back. These are rear springs. These are the springs that's supposed to be on the back. Rear springs look totally different than front springs. And these some strong front springs. Like, that's why this mug was riding like bricks. Like, really riding hard. Stuff that hurt your stomach. Like riding on a wood roller coaster. But you can see that. If you're gonna change some springs or whatever, even back in the day, this still wasn't a good idea. You could have just got a stronger rear spring to get the car sitting up, or back in the day, use your air shocks or whatever to make up the difference. Then when you ain't got no people in the back of the car or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can let some of the air out, then just ride on the springs a little bit. But this is the difference. Front springs always even coil up. Some of them get a little skinny at the top, like if you're dealing with some late 60s cars, some A-bodies is built like that I've seen, that like at the top of the spring, which this would be the top, this flat part, but all springs ain't made like that. I done seen at the top of certain springs where they got skinnier at the top because of the way the car was built. Even some Lincolns I seen like that. But this is normally what your rear spring is gonna look like. It's a coil spring, but it comes down to a cup and it comes up to a cup because that's where it seats. In the front, a cup is always supposed to be, well, majority cars, the cups is gonna be wider because you're dealing with a control arm and the upper frame. But yeah, that's what was on here. And this is what's going on here. I just wanted to share that little piece before I put the rest of this stuff on the back of this car right fast. Yep, got that thing on the ground in the back. I picked a good spring to put on there. As you can see, I mean, it's on the front. What's the name still, but it still look good. Don't worry about that exhaust. Like I said, I'm gonna take care of that. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be after I get the rest of the suspension on. I ain't got the rest of the suspension on right now because I'm still waiting on the tie rods. Basically all this stuff right here, I'm waiting on that. But you can just see kind of how it's about to look. That stand's way better compared to when I first got it. Just even sitting still on the jack stands, it must just look way better. Got them adapters off. I'm tucked in now. You know what I'm saying? They in there. Ain't gotta worry about none of that. I was poking or gotta sit high because the adapters was on. This how it's supposed to sit. It's starting to look like a different car already. Just because of that. Stance is key to an overall look of a car. It can make or break your overall outcome. And this for those, you know, that got strong heads. You be like, oh no, man, I want my car sitting like this. You know, you talking to a shop or whatever. They gonna give you what you want, but you can't be mad at the outcome when you ask. No, you ain't asked. You paid for what you wanted, and the outcome came. So you outside, you flexing, you got the little giggity face, ha ha. You outside, and ain't nobody feeling it. Because sometimes you need to listen to somebody else besides yourself. And when it comes to stuff like this, you know what I'm saying, let the experts be the experts, or, you know, sometimes you got to get with the time. You know, some of y'all be going to jail. You get out 3, 4, 5 years later, even 2 years later, 18 months. The car game could be totally different by then. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to take heed to what's going on at that time. And if you don't know, man, get with some people that do. Some people that's going to lead you in the right direction. They ain't trying to steer you wrong, despite your pride and how you might feel about that. But anyway, yeah, the stand's looking good. I like where it's going. And then the car's still dirty and all that, but don't mind this little black stuff all on the rim. That's because I put a corrosion preventer inside the wheels. For y'all that don't know, Fix-A-Flat is not made for aftermarket rims. Aluminum, whatever these barrels be made out of, chrome, gold, man, if you ain't got to, don't put that stuff in your rim. Or if you got to, just to get to where you gotta go, if the Fix-A-Flat will help you just to get, you know what I'm saying, stationary somewhere that you safe or whatever, do that. But take it out as soon as possible. That stuff eat chrome up, it eat aluminum up, it tear your rims up. You wonder why your rims leaking, your 2-3 piece rims is leaking all the freaking time, because all the chrome and the copper and everything going out the inside of the rim. So y'all using Fix-A-Flat. If a person tell you use Fix-A-Flat and they ain't got no, like, they don't tell you, hey man, but hurry up and get it out of there, then most likely they don't know what the heck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? So get rid of that. Don't do that. Don't have Fix-A-Flat in your rims, man. I said I still got to put the front suspension on. I mean, yeah, the inner outer tie rod, sleeves, outer arm, center link, stuff like that. Just the little small stuff. They get the mug all the way on the ground. You see that mug bucket naked right now. But yeah, don't let nobody tell you that. Fix-A-Flat is only for temporary use only. Temporary, as in hurry up and get it right. Buy another tire, buy another lip, get your rim sealed, your center seal, the outer seal, whatever. Do what you gotta do to get that stuff taken care of as fast as possible. That way you don't be down the line, oh man, I paid you to seal my rim, and it's freaking 2 months later, or even a month later, and you think that person ain't do the job right. No, it's because you did some stuff afterwards that you didn't pay that person to do, but you want to blame it on them people. Then they take the tire off and you see freaking 3 cans of Fix-A-Flat in the mug. Stuff look like watery milk or rust, copper water or something, because you did what you did, and you think because it held up you was good, but actually you killing the inside, the internal of the rim. You eating up the seals, you eating up the chrome, you damaging the wheel. That's why I don't know if y'all ever seen a rim with the tire off and all the chrome be peeled. It be having white corrosion all on the inside. All that come from fixing flat. So avoid that as much as you can. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm just gonna hopefully these parts will be in tomorrow. That way we can go ahead and finish the rest of this front end and get this thing all the way on the ground. Cause right after that, then I'll do the exhaust tips or whatever and get that stuff fixed right. And clean the car out, take this junk out of here that I don't like, and fix the little stuff. Like I say, had that back bumper filler in the trunk, and that other trim piece on this front part, the chrome trim piece on the other side, I got that too. So I'm gonna put all that stuff on. Like I say, clean up the car. And he got these loud pipe exhausts. You know, that's throwback too. We used to love loud pipes back in the day because it made us feel like your car was faster. But nope, it just was a loud 305. So I might change these mufflers and just get it back quiet. I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet, but I'm leaning towards it because I don't like loud pipes. Even when you got a dog motor, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 horsepower, I like when it get loud when you hit it, when you get into it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be into that. I like that type of sound, that type of power. You know what I'm saying? You can cruise, ride. You ain't gotta be all disrespectful at 2 o'clock in the morning because your pipe's too loud. You can't even creep. You can't even, be on the low or nothing because your pipe's too loud. But when you hit that gas, that's what I like. I like that sound. You know what I'm saying? You get in that mug, then that mug wake all the way up. Or when that first crank, you crank it up and that mug be like, ah, you know what I'm saying? Then it cool down when the idle go down and that stuff get to breaking in and, getting at its temperature. I like that. Me, that's what I like. But when you get in that mug, it's like you're waking up the gremlins. You know what I'm saying? Waking up freaking King Kong, Godzilla, somebody. So, yeah, that's just me. But I'll get back to this thing tomorrow. Hopefully my other parts come in so I can slap this little stuff on and then drop this mug on the ground. A legend. Yeah, it's on the ground. I just wanted to see how it looked with this spring that I put on there. And to me, it's a little too low. It's like dragging wagon low. It's like a girl with a butt too big. Just dragging her for real. But it looked good compared to what it was. Like that mud was sky high, looking crazy, riding like bricks. I said that a million times. That's really how I felt. But we getting there. Let me know, like I said, don't even pay attention to that exhaust. Cause that stuff is getting done too, today. And I just wanted to see what it looked like with this spring. But I got another set that's a little, probably like an inch and a half taller, but probably give it like a inch or more of height in the rear. I like the way it's sitting, but the back just a little bit too low. Like, that's too low. So, I'm gonna take care of that, get it back sitting right. That's gonna be about that. Almost there. Change this spring. Like I said, I'm still waiting on them parts for the front. I still put it on the ground, see what we were working with. Don't look too bad. I can start it up and move it, but like I say, the front suspension ain't connected, so I don't want to be moving the mug around without the suspension connected. But look at the difference though. The wheels was poking, sitting super high, like stress high, like to the max, like parts is stressed out. That's how you get bad bushings faster. That's how you get bad control arm bushings. That's how you get bad ball joints faster. When you at your max and there's no comfort or no relief or in the tension. So now you can see the difference. That's a dramatic difference. But I'm gonna go ahead and put that other back spring in. But this is a little too low. Too low. So I'm gonna check back in a minute as soon as I try this other spring on. Oh yeah, that look way better. I put this other spring on there. That's what I'm talking about right there. The other one was squatting too much. That mug was sagging. But now, that looks good. Once again, I'm paying attention to that muffler. But that mug sitting like I wanted to sit now. That's cool. I'm digging that. And I was just checking out the camber too. I gotta bring the top in a little bit. It's like out, like going this way instead of straight up and down. It's like that a little bit, but ain't nothing. I gotta find me some shims, go buy a box of shims or something. Handle that, but it's where I wanted to be. So yeah, now we got that official. Like I said, next, rest of the front end stuff and the exhaust, I'm about to go pick up a muffler for that because the mug is straight piped. Hey, man, that's some throwback stuff too. So it seemed like this car was done a very, very long time ago, but it really wasn't. But it's the mentality that be behind certain jobs. It's like, man, what you think read is what you gonna do. And that stuff don't read no more or with me. So I'm about to put a muffler on here and make it quiet because the mug is loud. Like, I think it might start. I don't know if the battery charged up. Let's see. Nope. Dead. That battery ain't no good because I had it on the charger. It'll start on the charger, but without the charger on. So I'm going to change that battery and make sure the charging system acting right or it's wired right. But yeah, it's just loud, and I don't like how it's got that, you know, that like back in the day, that growling like you just put some freaking AutoZone bullet bomb mufflers or whatever. What the mufflers is called, Tay? Bullets, yeah, them. The specials. Yeah, I don't nobody want that crap. And then this mug straight pipe, it sound like that. And the way the car look, it don't cause for no loud pipe. The colors don't, it just look a little bit more on the classy, quiet side. But like, maybe if it had some crazy motor with a supercharger or something, then this would be whatever. You know what I'm saying? But being that it's still stock motor and it run real good, it don't need to sound that loud. So I'm gonna make sure I handle that today too. But that's it for now, man. I get back with y'all in a minute. That stance look good. Yep, man, got this mug back on the ground. I fixed the exhaust. This mug had a lot of taper spots and holes throughout the exhaust. I fixed that. I ain't seen how it sound yet though. And I still gotta do the camber on the front. I gotta get some shims. I ain't got no shims left, so I gotta get some more shims. Like I said, you can see the new upper control arms. Got the lowers. I went on ahead and put the inner outer tie rod sleeves, center link, outer arm, all that's on there. Everything greased up, as you can see. Trying to get this mug out the door. I gotta jump this freaking battery. And this freaking battery charger I got acting stupid. So I'm gonna just jump it with this other car right fast and get this mug cranked just to see what it sounds like since I fixed the exhaust. It had that raggedy dual exhaust on there. I took that off, all them broken hangers and stuff, took all that stuff off. And I just ran a single muffler that got 2 inlets and 1 outlet just to make the mug quiet. Cause this car, like I said, it don't look like it's just screamed like it had no loud pipes, especially the car was straight pipe. So that stuff was just sounding stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like some back in the day, you think you running type of stuff, stand at the freaking light and just be hitting your gas and neutral. We ain't doing that. So I got all that stuff straight. I listened to it once, but it heard some exhaust leaks. So I fixed the exhaust leaks. I'm about to see what this mug sound like right quick. Pull this car on in here. I got the my eye alignment good. But like I say, I don't know if y'all can see that on the camera, but the camber is still like that. Just like, hold on, like that at the top a little bit. Cause there ain't no shims on this car. It wasn't no shims when I got it, but that was due to it sitting so high. So you needed the camber to be all the way out at the top in order to accommodate for how high it was, but that's over with. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this mug on the charger right quick or jump it, whatever the case, and go from there. And then tomorrow I'll find some shims and the man coming tomorrow too to put this windshield in. So This mug almost ready to hit the streets again. Take these ugly door panels off, clean this interior up, put the radio back in. Like I said, put some little acoustics in the dash just for something to sound. I'm not putting no music, none of that. Like, it's coming straight like this. I'm just gonna clean it up real good. And this mug about to be on the market by, I'll say, the end of this week or next week, for real. That's the goal. I'll get back with y'all in a hot second. Now, just go ahead and see what this thing sounds like. Cause I think it was the first video that I made that you heard what it sounded like with the loud, straight pipe. See what this thing sounds like now. Sounds way better. Now it sounds like it looks. Yeah, that's way better. I still hear a little leak. It might be in that pipe, a little part of that pipe is a little like rusted out. I might just cut it off and change that, but yeah, I can hear that so bad. But you basically took the finish line, don't worry, sir. Go ahead on the side, you see what I'm hearing right there. Side that I didn't do nothing to. It's the driver's side, the flange that go from the manifold to the first piece of the exhaust. I didn't even touch that side, so everything that I just fixed is fixed. It's the side that I didn't do nothing to, and I ain't mess with them because the screws are a little rusty. So all I'm gonna do is just heat the mugs up, get them real hot, and then just hit them a little bit, just try to make it tighten up a little bit. That might do it, but that's about it for real, man. The mug sounds decent. Now you can hear that little exhaust leak though. Well, it's warming up, so it's going away. I'm acting like a Tahoe or Silverado, you know them mugs
with their valves
got them exhaust leaks and then they warm up and go away. But the mug sounds good though, so it's way better than what it was. Cause that stuff sounds horrible with that loud stuff, bro. That's it, man. How confident that goes. They gonna, like I said, tomorrow I gotta go grab a battery because that battery ain't no good. And they coming to put the windshield in tomorrow. And after that, I'm detailing and cleaning it up and hooking the radio up, and that's it. So this mother be on the market for a couple hours next week or this weekend. Income tax. Get your baby mama check, your first baby mama, your third baby mama. Combine that together. Come on, let your boy. Yep, getting this windshield replaced. Rubino's Auto Glass. If you in Cleveland, they had the best price for me for this windshield. I ain't taking that junk out. All type of trash up in there.
Oh yeah. You got years of debris in there, buddy.
Right, freaking incense. All type of stuff up in there. Yep, man, they had the best prices in the city. They did some work for me before too, though, so this ain't their first time coming down here doing no work. But yep, I went and got the battery too. That other battery wasn't no good. Grab that, I'm about to do the cleanup. Pop the other one in, put the trim back on. Yeah, that stuff look crazy. Oh, it's gonna look 10 times better. A fuel card.
I'll tell you what, it hasn't been scratched off yet. You never know.
Right. I might give me a couple dollars for some gas. Right. I'm gonna see too. Shoot, I can use this and put that gas right in this mug. It got gas in it, but I did want to put some more gas in there just because. So yeah, that'd be cool. But yep, putting this windshield in. I still got to do the camber. Put this piece on this fender. That stuff ain't nothing though. Put that little piece on that fender and put the bumper filler on the back. Do that. And like I said, do the camber. And I had what's the name come clean this thing up. Pop this little radio in. Like I said, I need to get these door handle pieces too. I gotta find somebody who got those. I got a car I can get them off of, but I ain't doing that. Yep. That's about it, man. Piece by piece, little stuff. This was a small, little quick project though. But you know, you going over somebody else's stuff, you see what be going on. And everything take its time. Even if it's a little time. But, you know, they gonna go and get that together. I'll turn it back on when they get it in. And I gotta go get this freaking switch too. This freaking switch going bad. I gotta go to Harbor Freight today. The mud don't be engaging all the way, so it make it be sounding like it's acting up because the switch ain't engaging. But like I said, I'm gonna take that out today too and go get a new one. That's about it. I got the number on there. Yep. Cool. Rubino's Auto Glass. Yeah, they got that thing on in there looking extra crispy. They ain't take 20, 30 minutes. Not even 20 minutes for real. Put that mug in there. But that look way better. It's way better. You know what I'm saying? Now the mug look like a car. Sitting good. Still got to get the camera together. Put these last pieces on. Had somebody come clean this car up for me, interior. They ain't gotta really clean it, I just wanted it to be vacuumed and all that type of stuff. Just cleaned up real nice, decent. Get some good pictures of this mug. Put this mug on the market. That's gonna be that. Yep. Yeah, that's crispy. Everything off there, putting the sticker off the window. Cool. Yep. And I'm gonna check all the fuses too, make sure all the fuses good. Make sure everything's work like it should work. Cause I know them seats was acting funny a little bit. But I bought this new window switch. And I'm just see if this stuff is unhooked or something. It could be a blow fuse, anything with that. So I'm gonna just check that little stuff. I got another lock for the glove compartment. I got that radio. I'm gonna just slide that back in there. Just hook it up, whatever dash speakers in there. If not, I'm gonna put the acoustics I got. You know what I'm saying? The Power Acoustic 104s. These joints right here. I'm putting 2 of these in the dash right fast. That's it. I ain't doing nothing else. Like I said, I'm gonna strip all that wire out too. I ain't trying to cause no little open fires with no wires that be unhooked and all that type of stuff. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna grab this battery too out the car. I'll put this battery in there. And we looking like we getting there. Almost there, for real. I'd have been done with this camera, but I ain't got a whole lot of shims. These mugs right here, these thin ones. These mugs don't really do too much. These little paper thin joints. I need some thick ones, so I'm gonna find some somewhere. One of these old cars I got laying around and I ain't doing nothing with or something. Go ahead and get that situated, and that's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? Well, coming along, about to be outside in a couple days. Have somebody clean this thing up. Yep. Got it outside. I'm about to go ahead and go get it washed up. Let's get it cleaned up a little bit just to take some pictures. Put some Armor All on them ashy tires. Let's see what the overall look like. All the suspension done. Little knick-knack stuff. I put a radio in last night that was in there, but they messed the dash up a little bit with the way they pulled the bracket. You know what I'm saying? They messed with the bracket a little bit on there, but it's in there. Probably have my dude detail it, but I just want to wash it right quick just to see what it look like. And you see they messed the handles up just to put some door speakers on there. You see they cut this one off just to put some door speaker pods. They done took the pieces off. I can't find them. I got another car that got it already, and it's the same year with all this stuff, whatever, but I ain't taking it off that car. So I'm just making it work with what's on here. And yeah, like I say, the car got some flaws, but overall it's solid. It ain't no rust, it ain't no patch, ain't no Bondo, none of that on this car. So that's what I'm going for. I'm just gonna head on to the car wash and get this mud cleaned up right quick. Yeah, man, made it to the wash up on Harvard. I ain't never been in this one before, but it's cool. Look decent. I gotta go ahead and get busy spraying down the rims now. So yeah, we're gonna see what this thing look like when it's all done. My first time washing it. I wanna get all this little stuff off. Little spots like those. I'm sitting in mud set in the winter, wherever he had it at. Just gonna get the majority of this crap off. What's the name of this car wash?
Easy does it.
Okay. Easy does it. Right now, I forgot the name of that freaking bar that's next door. Harbor Wine and Grill. That's right next door to that. This look cool though. Let me get busy. I'll be back. I got to see the difference already just with the rims. The rims look better. Just with the soap from whatever scum and filth was all over them. This stuff look way better now. Still just rinsed off. Still got to get dried and all that. We ain't gonna do no stunt. It just looks better cleaned up. All that dust and stuff up off of it, but I'll wait till he dry it off and put the armor all or whatever he gonna do. Car look a million times better. It ain't sitting all high up in the air no more. It ain't got no adapters on there no more. It just look overall better. It's a better overall look. That's what it look like. Electric joint. I ain't never seen one of them before. Yes, that look good though. Alrighty. I'll put some air in that back tire too. I put air in both of the back tires. Both look low to me. Yeah. Both of them was. It's gonna be about that.
All right, big dog. You ready to go?
Yeah, that thing look way better now. Go ahead and pull this thing out.
You got me a couple tips, you know, come about this one.
Now you got a tire wet too, or no?
Yeah.
I guess I'll pull it out first when we do that.
It's okay. No, I use the brush, that's all.
Okay. Yep, fresh out. About to go back to the shop, take some pictures. Man, this mud look way better with a wash on it. Sitting nice and decent. Took that straight pipe off, quiet. Yeah, this mud looks good. Way better than what it was. It looked like somebody. You know what I'm saying? I can feel the snow. It's about to snow. So I'm gonna hurry up and get back to the shop and take these pictures. I ain't got nothing, not too far to go. gonna go back and take these pictures, man, and get on. Put this mug on the market so it can find a new place. Yeah, that thing looks so much better. Cleaned up. Taking pictures at the same time while I'm walking around. It just started raining too. So crazy. It's amazing what stance and a car wash can do. See how better this thing look? All just from stance and a car wash. And a little bit of TLC. I'm gonna leave the rest of the TLC up to the new owner. I'm just doing what I'm doing is to get the mug on the road, make somebody a buyer. That's all I'm into it for. Still a nice car though, man. A couple more dollars into it, it'll be all the way together. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, try not to slip on this freaking ice too. Alright. Well, I'm gonna pull it in. About to go make my runs, pull this mug in. I got other stuff I gotta go take care of, so that's that. Box Chevy, 88 box. Just copped the box. Now it's going back on the lot. 88 Caprice Brougham, 26s 4Gs. Original motor, trans, run good. Just need a new owner. Just wanted to show the motor and stuff too. It ain't nothing but original motor though. 305 with a aftermarket Edelbrock car. Ain't no telling what size. 550 something or whatever. And then just wanted to show the trunk too. To show you how solid this car is. Even though it got this Dynamac crap, and this is where the little battery box was at. I moved that out the way. And something else was sitting right there, but you can see all down in there. This car's solid all the way through. Ain't no rot. Then I showed earlier when I first got the car, I showed the inside. I mean, like I showed the undercarriage, so people could know what it looked like on the undercarriage side. That's pretty much that. So it's starting to get a little chilly out here. It's starting to snow or something. So go ahead and wrong key. Pull this thing on in the shiz night. Yes, sir. Like I say, man, I'm mad that they took them straps and stuff off this car, off the interior. It is what it is. But that's how it come when you're dealing with these old schools, man. You know, you got people who know what they doing when they get a car, and then you got some people that be, oh shoot, I forgot to close the hood, whatever. They be just trying to put those speakers and stuff, so that's how that really happened though. Trying to put speakers in a car. And they didn't do it the right way. So that's how that took place. But like I say, the mug ready to go. Cause I'm done. I'm finished and I'm done. It's all for the next man now. All for the next man. Alright. Yep, done what I'm gonna do. Got it cleaned up, ready to go. Off to the next. Got some other projects I'm working on too. One thing at a time. Yep, so that's that. I'll put this key back over here. That's what I think it is. Yep, that's that, man. Like I said, we off to the next. Keep getting this stuff done. Shoot. Well, dang. Like I said, I'm ready to go. 88 box, 26 is 4Gs. Oh, ready to go, man. Got that car wash on there, but then it snowed. It's snowing right now, so it got a little haze on it, but you see it, you understand. And Darcel the legend, we out. And the box Chevy is gone. Homie Mike came through. He came through and copped it. Same one, we did a 77 for him some years ago on some 6s. Blue had painted it, SV Blue. He came and cashed out. And the box is gone. Oh no, let me get that plate. I need that plate. Pull up to my door. Oh yeah, can't let you slide with that. Huh? Yeah, I got a dealer plate on there. Yeah, I gotta get that. Let me see what screws those is. Oh yeah, Philip. Let me get this little screwdriver. I got one right here. But yeah, man, the box gone, man. Like I said, it was just a car that I had ran across. And that's pretty much was it. It was nothing I was never gonna keep trying to put a whole bunch of money in or nothing like that. I just strictly did it. I bought the car, just made it look presentable enough for the next man. You know, like a potential build or a potential sale, as in potentially being better for the next man up. It was never for me. That's why I barely drove it. I drove it one time, my kids wanted to ride in it. And then the other time, I went and took and got washed. And that's pretty much it, man. Like I say, it's a for other people type of car. Ran across it just to do that, but now the thing gone. It's good to go. And that's that. And we good. All right. Well, you good to go, man. All right, cool. I'll holler at you in a minute. Said anything about putting some 8s on there. They about to go mess with Blue. And that's that. And it's gone.